Good morning, nuggets of gold. Well, morning for me. I'm talking a little quieter. I'm in a very special place right now. I am in the chapel at a fall retreat with 150 teenagers spinning you around our chapel. It is morning time. Lights are off. Kids are mostly in bed. I just finished up my morning run and I got a chance to come. I'm hanging out with the ninth grade boys this week, and I've got three of my kids with me from my family. I'm going to walk you outside now. I know the lighting's not awesome, but the theme for this retreat, I'm walking out the door. The theme for this retreat is one thing, and that comes from Psalm 27, verse 4. I'm going to swap hands with the phone here. Would you love spending 5 days with 150 teenagers? I don't know if you would. There is a lot of uniqueness here, a lot of God's creation, not just outdoors, but in these students. So many different students, so many different backgrounds, so many different skin colors, so many different family upbringings, so much different heartache. And so Psalm 27 verse 4 is is one great place for all of these different teenagers to begin thinking about their life in the Lord. Psalm 27 verse 4 is one excellent place for you to begin thinking about your life with the Lord, or to be encouraged. It says this, got the Bible here with me. Psalm 27 verse 4 says, I have asked one thing from the Lord. This is what I desire, to dwell in the house of the Lord all the days of my life, gazing on the beauty of the Lord and seeking him in his temple. Let me pause, let me pray like we normally do, and we'll come back. We'll talk about this one great desire that this poet, this psalmist named David had. So let's see, let's pause it, let's pray it up. When I was fifth grade, the Nintendo Entertainment System was coming onto the market. It was the first big step up from old school video game systems like Atari and Coleco. And the Nintendo was coming on the market, and I began a campaign, a daily campaign, to convince my parents why this Nintendo needed to exist in our house. They had a very simple answer day in and day out to whatever angle my attack came, and the answer was simply no. And so then I began to pray to the Lord. I said, Lord, you have the power to make things supernaturally appear. You provided water from rock, Lord. You provided manna for the Israelites. Lord, you have the ability to make a Nintendo appear on my bed. And so I began praying for this day after day after day, praying. And I would come home from school, get off the bus, be walking up the road. And for days and days, I was walking up the road praying, fervently praying, God, I believe you are real and you have power, and I'm going to walk up to my bed and you are going to make Nintendo appear like you made manna and quail appear for the Israelites. This went on for days, probably a couple weeks, and you know what? No Nintendo. God is very interested in hearing our questions. He's interested in hearing our prayers, but he is interested in answering the ones that will truly delight our hearts, the ones that will connect us to him. And that's what the psalmist talks about here. He says, I have asked one thing from the Lord. He asks, and then it says, I have a desire. And then he says, there's something that I am seeking. So he's saying, there's one thing I'm asking for, there's one thing I'm seeking, and God, it is to see you. God, it is to be with you. And I know it's silly to think about what kids ask for. It's easy to dismiss that. I know a lot of adults who are asking God to do a lot of things that God might not be honored to answer. They're asking for a lot of things that might not draw them nearer to God. They might draw them nearer to comfort. They might draw them nearer to a solution that they think will make life better, but they're not seeking that one thing, which is to see God more clearly, to live near God more regularly, to be filled with God's peace and God's power. That's what we're trying to communicate to the students here this weekend. One thing will I seek after. And we're asking them day after day, what are you seeking? What are you asking for? What are you chasing? And so I'll leave you with the same question this morning as you see the sunrise coming up behind me. I've got a new day. You have a day today, if you're alive, and you will choose what you seek. You will put effort into longing after something. Will it be something that is worth living for? Will it be something that if you get it, if you get what you're seeking, that it will truly lead to a fruitful, holy, God-honoring, relationship-building, the type of thing that you obtain? Go after the one thing, to see God, to be with Him, and let Him change how you walk through life, empower you for this day, this week. We'll see you again soon.